would you think if someone said that you're washed up and unattractive at age 49? It's being said right now. Everybody's going, ugh. It's being said right now on Broadway in the play Accent on Youth. Please welcome the star of it, the Emmy and Tony-winning star, David Hyde Pierce. Are you cozy and comfy?
I am. It's very nice here in your living room. How you guys?
So, you were certainly not washed up at 49, although I don't know how old you are. You're in play after play, and the repeats of Fraser will keep you, I hope, in the chips for many years.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is this play about that you're washed up at 49?
First of all, I have to, before I tell you about the play, I have to tell you we've got a guy in the play. His name is John Wernke, and he is obsessed with The View. Oh. He watches it all the time. He watches it religiously. It's like if you asked him his religion, he'd say he's Viewish. Viewish. So if you guys would say hi to John, that would be cool for me. Thank you. He's watching. He's watching not because I'm on. He's watching because he always watches, like we all do. So the play.
Washed up.
Well, the play is about. I actually just turned 50 in real life, and the play is a 1930s comedy about this guy who's just into his 50s. He's a playwright, successful playwright, having age issues, which I don't understand. And so he's trying to write a play about an older guy falling in love with a younger woman, and it's not working. He doesn't understand. And then his young secretary tells him that she loves him. And the light bulb goes on, and then complications ensue, and it gets messy. He ends up, you see this very successful, dignified man reduced to an adolescent, and this sort of mousy girl become this very stylish 30s kind of glamour girl.
It happens every day.
It's just like a New York story.
Yeah. Do you worry about getting older?
You know what? I didn't used to worry about getting older. I never had a problem with it until I started working on this play. And the guy keeps talking about obsessing and getting jealous of the young guys and all of that, and now I'm completely depressed.
It's interesting to hear it on the male side of things, too, because typically we're so used to hearing it from the women, that they get more self-conscious, not as celebrated as they grow older.
Yeah, well, and in this play, there's a great older character played by Charles Kimbrough, who was on Murphy Brown. Charlie plays my butler, Flogdell, and he's a guy who's much older, and he has, it's a great name. It's a 30s play, you know, we're all in these gorgeous clothes, 1930s set, Flogdell the butler's in tails and everything. It's a great place to hang out for a couple of hours during a depression.
You know, we do... We understand.
Sorry.
We do hot topics, and one of the topics we talk about so much is Proposition 8, which prohibits same-sex marriage. Now, I don't think that most people know it. I don't think we did. That after 20 years together, you and your partner, Brian, got married.
Yeah, it was 25 years. We got married last October.
You're wearing a wedding band. We never... Not that we should have heard about it. But we didn't hear about it.
No, you know, here's the thing. Brian and I always sort of kept a low profile. We didn't hide our lives, but we just thought, let's make an example of just people going about their lives and, you know, trying to create the best household, and our families and everything, and friends and colleagues knew all about us. And we got married very quietly last October 24th and thought that was fine. And then suddenly the state of California said, no, it's not. And what we thought was sort of a private, personal decision turned out not to be. So we now find out that legally we are still married, which is...
They still recognize you're married.
They did, and that's a mixed thing, too. It's like, oh, great, we made the cut. You know.
You have to wait for that answer.
What do you think about outing? I mean, actors don't like to be outed because they feel, in this country anyway, that they can't play parts, romantic leads, that they have problems in getting jobs. What do you think
fortunately was never going to play a romantic lead no matter what happened, so I was spared that. You know,
that's true.
I think it's less of an issue now. I still think it's a personal decision about... I think anything, what you choose to talk about yourself is a personal decision, like with any of us. And I'm not a big fan of...
But you've now been going to equality rallies.
Well, I've been going because I had the experience of, like I said, having this private thing suddenly dragged out into the public and have people I don't know take a vote. I mean, can you imagine if you're married, the people in your state getting together and saying, well, you know what, you're not. It's a very odd thing, and I understand all the religious and emotional issues that are involved, but I don't... It was a very angry-making feeling, both in November when it was taken away from me, and also this past Tuesday, sitting in front of my television, wondering, gee, I hope the Supreme Court thinks it's okay for us to be married. Excuse me, it's none of your business. So that's...
And you take issues that are so important to you, and you purposefully get loud when needed about them, including Alzheimer's, which I have to thank you. We lost our grandfather this past year, and you and I have worked together before on that. I was at the Junior Gala 2 weeks ago, I believe, and Monday night you're working with the Alzheimer's
This
Association.
Monday night here in New York, we have the big New York City Alzheimer's chapter gala. We're honoring a bunch of people for their work in Alzheimer's, and we're trying to raise money and raise awareness. And you can go to alznyc.org is the local website for that. You can find out about it. It's Monday at the Pierre Hotel, and it's a big deal. And you know, especially now when nobody has any money, people sort of divide up into what they're going to contribute to, and the people who understand, the people who recognize the importance of Alzheimer's and the importance of finding a cure, we're the ones who have to pony up and make a stand.
Good work.
You know,
thanks, Elizabeth.
You talked about John, your friend who watches the show, but you've always been a very good friend of the show, and you've come on with them. We're always very happy to see you.
I love you, ladies. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Yes. So go ahead, Dave.
I would have done a love interest with you, David.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's not too late. It is not too late. Stay tuned. We may be doing something here. In the meantime.
Cross a lot of boundaries.
Yeah, really.
I would do one with you too, Doc.
Wow.
Okay. Everyone in the studio.
Barbara came out as a lesbian.
22 years. You didn't ask, and I'm not telling. Everyone in the studio audience is going to go home with a pair of tickets to see Accent on Youth at the Samuel J. Theater in Broadway. And we'll be right back with Justin Long.